Wow. Pros and cons, pros and cons. The world blames dad when it's really your mom. It's cracking. I don't know if you guys can hear by now, but my neighbors upstairs are just stomping the yard, just marching back and forth. Those cement shoes. That's what they do.
It is tonight, Matt. Johnny McMahon, Steven, Matt, and JOG.
It's cracking, Matt.
Thank you for hanging in there, guys. We are apparently 30% black.
Yeah.
All-star playlist in the house. Let me put the quality up.
You're running behind over here.
Coffee should be damn close.
I heard that if you push it down, the slower the better. A friend told me a little trick that you pour the grounds in,
Brandon Johnson.
and then
Big bump.
you pour just enough water to get the bottom. Let that sit for a while, and then pour the rest of the water. Let that sit for 5 minutes, and then push it down real slow like. And it will be the best French press coffee you've had. It works pretty good. So, what's the word, guys? What are we talking about today? I can't believe this is the 20th episode. It's been 20 times we've gone live. That's crazy.
20 years of pros and cons.
20 times. It does not feel like 20 times. But thank you guys for hanging this long.
Yeah. We got the JLP mod, Brandon, in the house.
What's up, Brandon?
There it is.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, son. How about how masks are not effective against the virus? Asks Dancing with Bear. Yeah, they're completely useless.
Well, it's funny because there's people out there, especially on Facebook world, who try to challenge you on that and be like, well, the N19 masks or whatever they're called, they're the ones, and they're the only ones that work, and it's not about protecting you, it's about protecting other people from you. So if you cough or sneeze, it doesn't get the molecules onto them. Everyone's a scientist.
Primal Bear in the house. His house. Victoria's walking the streets, and she says everyone keeps crossing the street to get away from each other.
Yeah. I think people are angry. Bottom line, that's the real virus.
What's up,
Because
Jen?
as things get crazier, people get dumber, people act smarter, but they're really dumb. They're angry, and everyone's a scientist. Everyone's an expert. And yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
It's hard to reason with people when
Yeah.
they're so confident in their ignorance.
They're committed to their narrative and, you know, their party. It's like, I just realized, it's like, you want to be successful in LA? Become a lefty loony, and then you'll be good. Does you don't have your talent? Nothing that you do matters. As long as you follow the narrative of California, you'll be in the game.
Lin Chen with a super chat out of the gate.
No way.
Thank you, Lin Chen.
Thank you, Lin Chin.
He says, you two doing your daily push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and most vital, jogging. Make white baby engineers because giant robot lives matter.
Yeah, I've been jogging lately. I was jogging because I needed to get some construction utilities.
Yeah, I don't jog anymore because I don't like to trespass. Merry Christmas.
You can call in if you feel like it. It's 818-308-5559.
Yeah, Victoria. You like that, Victoria? Yeah. I don't jog anymore because I don't like to trespass on people's property.
I used to do that all the time.
Yeah. Speaking of that case, I'm sure some of you who stay hip to the news, you just saw it, and I just saw it today. They've released 2 videos, body cam footage, of 2 different events of Ahmaud Arbery getting arrested, 2 separate occasions. Well, maybe not the second time, but he's got police contact in one of them. But in both times, the kid had the worst attitude. Nothing but being argumentative. Even when he's caught red-handed after trying to steal a TV, he has the nerve to act indignant, like, how dare you?
Well, yeah, and then people will defend it and be like, well, you would too if you were oppressed your whole life. But
Yeah.
what's crazy is that people, the left, they just like defend all wrong. It's like at the end of the day, that's what they do.
If it's a white guy doing wrong, then no defense.
Yeah, but they defend all wrongdoings. That's what I notice.
Yeah, it's like this weird thing. Like if they call it out, they gotta look at themselves and realize how much of a screw up they are. Like the kid is no one's saying that he's his life was worthless, But I mean, is it any more obvious than that kid was like someone said here? He was big bump, always angry. He obviously did not respect cops. He would walk up to the cops angrily. You can watch the video for yourselves. He had no respect about the boundaries, how you should act around cops, not to get in close and push in because you can make them think you're coming after them. So obviously he can care less about authority, and so he would not care about citizens' arrest at all.
And the left is the ones that brought race into it. They're the ones that framed it as some racial thing, and it really has nothing to do with being black or white. It just has to do with somebody who was raised in a home probably with no dad, and is angry and started committing crimes.
Yeah, it's a simple formula.
It has nothing to do with race. Yeah. Ethnicity, gender.
If he had a father, he had like Trevor always says, the real privilege is having 2 parents. If he had that privilege and had both parents in the house, raised him right, he wouldn't be doing crime. He wouldn't be angry at cops all the time and hating him.
Yeah, you can have a mom and a dad, and they can be crappy examples of parents, and that can mess you up. So if you have just a mom,
imagine.
Yeah. The world blames dad when it's really your mom.
Another Lin Chen super chat. Emotional constipation has their minds crushed.
Thanks, Lin Chen.
Exactly.
Must be payday.
Primal Bear said, did anyone watch the Clarence Thomas documentary? No, but I know that Clarence Thomas is a black Supreme Court justice, if I'm not mistaken. And the black community, what they did to Clarence Thomas, they did to Kavanaugh. They did the same thing. They tried to go after him with he raped me. Because he was a conservative black man. So they didn't want him to be on the Supreme Court.
Wait, who raped who?
Nobody. It was the same thing they did to Justice Kavanaugh before he got confirmed. All these people accused him. This black Supreme Court justice years ago, when he was getting nominated, they did the same tactic. The Democrats tried to say that here's a woman and he raped her, he touched her, and it was unfounded, no proof for it. It was just more name calling.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Biden's out in the street sniffing kids.
Like literally putting fingers into women.
Yeah. No one cares about that. Have you seen people say, I believe the girl, what's her name? Tara Reid.
Tara Reid.
Yeah, I believe Tara. It's just I hate President Trump and I choose Biden.
Yeah, because I hate him so much, I still have to vote for him.
It's insane. It's all about the narrative, their party. It's not about what's right or wrong. It's not about instances and individuals or anything like that. It's all bullcrap.
It's good and evil, black and white. Stephen Will, thank you. He said, you guys are consistently putting these out, and they're getting better and better every time.
Appreciate it, man. I don't know how good this is. I'm just here ranting.
He was a walking time bomb. Yeah, he was. Did he have a dad in his life, Victoria? I don't know. I doubt he had a father in his life. And if he did, he obviously had terrible parents.
Yeah. His mom's got the face of it, She's supposed to be, my baby!
He didn't do nothing.
He was a prized child.
Yeah, he was just trying to go to school, just jogging to college.
Now let's find the best, most innocent young photos we can to show on the media. And we won't show all those other photos that are around. The ones that really show. Victoria, you gotta come back and hang.
Yeah, we need you back, Victoria. Lin Chan, another super chat, he says, Facebook refused to let my small video upload because it was about my jogging. They so mean, they took my black privilege away. Yeah, I've been getting action blocks on Instagram, and I got Facebook jail for 24 hours, then 3 days, and then 7 days, all in like this matter of 24 hours. It was just nuts. Like, for comments where I said most but not all black people hate white people, they said that was harassment. Interesting. Can't even have a factual opinion.
Well, the thing is, I think it just comes across too strong, too harsh. People that are asleep, they don't really realize what hate is, and that deep down, it is hate. You know, it's if you have a bias and you want a particular group, or you how do you explain it? It's like I used to be that way, and not in that same sense, but I know that you want to be right about something so bad that you'll do anything for it. And so that's why people, they'll believe the media, they'll parrot and say everything they say, and then when it comes out as wrong, they never are accountable to it. There's people that have posted all these things about it, but then once the real truth starts coming out, they're just crickets. They're like, oh, on to the next lie, and they never are accountable about everything they posted or anything. That's the left. That's what they do.
Exploitation artists. They just exploit everything to push a narrative and agenda. They can care less about a mod's well-being. They didn't care about a mod before when he was angry and had a life of crime. They didn't care about him. They only cared about him once he was dead. So now they can use that death to go after Trump. And they just use these people. They're using the black community. They use the Hispanic community. And now they're using the self-hating white liberals, who think that, they hate their culture. They hate their heritage.
I heard this one thing about the online gaming Twitch thing or whatever. People go on there. It's like the #1 gaming video platform streaming thing called Twitch. That somebody was hired who was supposedly a transgendered man became a woman, but identifies as a deer. Yeah. And they're hired to censor and to shut down other accounts. And there's a video of that person saying that they have power and that people should be afraid of them because they can shut people down, and they're like, I'm gonna get these white supremacists. It's insane. But the craziest part is that I think deer season is coming up soon. If you identify as a deer, I mean, what are the laws against that if they want to play that game?
Mommy Africa t-shirt. How computer smell with a super chat.
How computer smell?
Digging the shirt.
We love you. Thank you. I got this is $2 in Oregon. Thrift shop.
Everyone likes the way you smell, How computer.
I was asking, in the wintertime, are you cold computer smell?
What was I going to say? Oh, speaking of transgender, the United States Navy allowed for the first sailor to serve openly transgender. So the dude can act like a woman and dress like a woman and carry his hair, have his hair, I guess, longer. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Is this good for morale among the sailors in the military?
What I don't understand is, why does it have to make headlines? Why does it have to be the talk of the town? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't it just be who you are, whatever it is? Why do you have to, like, impose it on everybody? Like, look at me, I'm a deer.
But do you think that the military should make that exception?
Oh.
Because it goes beyond that, beyond the headlines of sensationalizing it.
I think it's
a
mental, something up with your mental.
Yeah.
And that people shouldn't be handling guns or dealing with the country or military kind of decisions when you're not mentally stable.
Yeah, if you have an identity crisis because of trauma that happened as a child, I don't think you should be in the military. First of all, they shouldn't have got in. And if they do find that out, I fully support them letting them go. They should be released, with honorable duty or honorable whatever.
Honorable discharge.
Honorable discharge. That's what she said. But yeah, I think it's wrong. It's terrible for morale. It's just like trying to have women in special forces.
It's the same thing as the Ahmad thing. People don't care about these people. They're just using them to, corrupt and morally destroy society when they're just using them. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care about.
If you really cared about them, you would acknowledge that they had a mental problem and you would try to help them.
They have some of the highest rates of suicide. They have a huge number, which the media likes to hide, but a huge number of transgender people who have undergone surgery or any kind of mutilation. They actually overwhelmingly regret it. The majority of them regret doing it.
I could imagine. I mean, you chop off your...
Yeah. Like there was a famous one that made the headlines where it was a girl that the parents were involved because it was when she was younger, transitioned, chopped it all off, or a boy who chopped it off, and completely wished that the parents didn't do it and someone would have stopped her. But they all the adults, she said, just kept telling her it's okay, just
how
keep
do you
doing
give
it.
your parents then? Like your parents encouraged you to just get rid of your family jewels?
They didn't, and you start, and I guarantee if people who disagree, hold your disagreements, go look at these families without a bias. Don't go there and try and comb their hair and stroke their ego. See what that family life is like and see how they actually relate to their parents. I bet you it's a terrible household and they grew up hating their parents.
Yeah, there's anger, there's yelling, there's manipulation, there's all kind of stuff.
Yeah, so if you love them, find out what hurt them. And I guarantee you, in dollars to donuts, that person doesn't want to be trans. They're just hurting inside.
Yep. Same with the people that join gangs and all that kind of stuff. They're hurting inside. They want to have a connection in a family that's real. So they have to go out and find gangs and find a fake family that they can identify with, and it's all through anger instead of love. It's pretty sad. But the crazy thing is how they shine light on all these things, like the left. They want all these felons and criminals out of jail, and now there's one more crime happening. Like, told you guys, I got this app, and Citizen, and I get alerted about crime, assaults, car robberies, all kind of stuff every day. And it was not like this before. It's getting bad. I'm ready to get out of here, California.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot over here.
Yeah.
Big Bump says, not sure if anyone caught it, but Ahmad also lied to the cops at Walmart. He said he was 20 years old, and that video was in 2017, December. The math doesn't add up if he died at 25. Just saying, not that big a deal, but character, lack of character. It shows you.
Big Bump.
Yeah. The dude was on that path. He's just like my friend, like the three friends I bring up. The one who's dead, the one who's doing life, and the one who's got 15 years. All three of them made that same mistake. They just kept going down that path. They were too pig-headed to turn around because they were angry. One of them is dead. One's doing life in prison, basically dead. And the other one has a chance when he gets out, if he can get over it.
And imagine, like, not speaking up and saying anything, not saying the truth about it to people who you call your family or your friends, just because you're afraid of the backlash they might give you. It's like, well, I don't want them to react to what I would say, so I'll just validate it and continue. It's like you can't control anybody, but you can speak up and tell them, as your friend or family, like, hey, look, I care about you, and, well, what's up, man? Why are you doing this? Or at least ask them questions that will lead them to seeking within themselves to figuring it out, because you can't just go tell people what to do, but there's a right way.
Yeah, like Kamala says it here. LGBTQ community has higher reports of domestic violence, alcoholism, drug use, divorce, and suicide more than heterosexual relationships. Just saying, not a healthy movement.
And pedophilia.
Yeah, they account for 2% homosexuals. 2% of the population. They make up more than 33% of pedophiles.
2%
Interesting.
of a population makes up all 33%.
That's worse than the 13% of that blacks make up 13, but do 50% of homicides. These are staggering